Hello guys. Wait, okay, let me lower the mic. How are you all doing? Thought I'd do a lazy stream today because I've been playing around with my new drawing tablet. Still kind of trying to fit it in here on my desk. And let me just put on some music. Let's see if it works. Okay, it works. It's picking up. That's good. Let me just lower it a little bit. Just some copyright-free stuff. I hope. I think that should be fine. So let me get ready here. We're gonna do some drawing today. I've already made the base drawing. I'm just coloring it actually. But I'm having fun with my new tablet, so I thought I'd show it off a little bit. I don't know if you can see me actually, or if you can see the... Probably can't. Let me just turn around the cam here. That's a little bit better. Let me show off the tablet as well. So this is my new XP pen 12 Artist 12 Pro or something like that. I don't know. It's 12-inch tablet. It's not too big, not too small. It's just about right. So I'm very happy with it. I think it's a good entry point. And I'm already seeing the improvements. So anyway, let me just see if I can find the mouse here. Oh, there it is. Let's just open up the app, ladder pipe. Oh, yeah, I have too much crap on my desk, so stuff is gonna be dropping left and right. The pen holder is a bit excessive, you could say, but it screws open and it has this little pen holder thing. I can just put it in there. So yeah, all very convenient. Alright, so screen is showing up fine. I have music on. I might even lower it a little bit. Oh, I can't. Okay. Alright. Let me know if it's too loud or anything. Sorry, that was a Dutch D. If it's not too loud. If it is, I'll have to lower it through Streamlabs or whatever. So yeah, here we have Alice Rousset Marik. She's the leader of the Crushers mercenary company, the Fighting Mariks, or the Warrior Mariks. It's either one of the two, I don't remember. But yeah, I'm a big Free Worlds League fan. And the Crushers are basically my favorite mercenary company. I don't really like mercenary companies, but if I'm gonna choose one, I'm gonna choose the one that's affiliated with the Mariks. So yeah, progress. Okay, so let me show you what I've done so far, just to give you an idea what I'm doing, how I kind of work, because obviously it's kind of gonna be different from artist to artist. I'm not even sure well, whatever. Anyway, so I have several layers here open. So I started out, let me just hide them all. I started out with this. This one I drew in Krita. Krita is a free tool you can download. It's very reliable, very nice, very smooth. But you know, it's lacking a lot of the features that the Clip Studio has, Clip Studio Paint. So I ended up buying that and imported the picture as a PNG. Obviously, the line art here is not quite what it could be, and I did it with my old tablet. So everything you see here is new. My old tablet is this one, a Wacom. I don't remember what it's called. Some bamboo something, I think. It's okay, but you know, it's not a screen. It's not a what's it called? A digitizer or whatever. So I can't actually see what I'm doing. So I have to look up at the screen in order to be able to make my drawing, which is a very tedious process. So, but you know, I made the skeleton. I did it all. It came out pretty well, I think. She's a bit on the stretched outside, but you know, usually my character designs come out rather squatted instead. But so you know, I'm breaking the mold at least. I like to think. So then I imported the PNG, the line art, and I redrew it. This time on a vector layer. So Clip Studio Art has this thing called vector layers, which are very interesting because they allow you that basically every brush stroke you make gets registered as a layer of its own. So if you're then erasing it, you can basically the app finds the intersections between your lines and tries to erase it as accurately as possible without erasing anything next to it and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So I've got some nice clean line art here now with a good varying thickness on various details, as you can see. So for example, the seams on our gloves are visible and are a little bit thinner than the fingers themselves and all that stuff. That's kind of how I do these things. Oh, here we have a couple of good examples. So here you see there's two lines. There's several actually that I haven't cleaned up yet. So we're gonna go ahead and clean those up. What I've selected here is the snap eraser. And the snap eraser is if I'm not mistaken, that's the let me just so the snap eraser, I think. Wait. Oh yeah. The snap eraser is the eraser that is intended for the vector layer. So that means that it will actually erase them. So if you see what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, sorry, I went a bit too far. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So see, I went a little bit over the line, but it just ignored it. And then if I do the same here, see, it's not perfect, it's not quite clean, but it's good enough, it's functional. And I mean, you can still draw the lines and unite the corners and stuff and make it all a little bit more seamless. So let's just clean it up a little bit. I don't know, this music, I'm just experimenting with the free, copyright-free music and stuff, so it's not really necessarily up to my taste, but it's good enough to just zone out a little bit and just do some drawing. So once that was all done, that didn't take me too long, maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours maybe. And then I started using the various brushes to do the colors. So we're gonna keep working on those. So as you can see, I started out with the darker shade, and I started with the skin because I felt like it, and then started adding highlights. And as you can see, I'm going through different thicknesses of the brush and stuff to add more details and make it look a little bit more, um, little bit more, how do you call that? Spontaneous, a little bit more organic, if you will. So I've already done the darker shades, so let me just get started on the brighter ones. Because the thing is, like, it has this. So now okay. So the other thing I did, the vector layer with the line art is on top of the colored layer, so that allows me to draw the colors in without erasing the lines. That's another important step for me, because line art is hard enough as it is. Well, it's not hard. It's all right. So we'll just do some coloring here. Obviously, it's gonna go wrong a couple of times. I'm gonna have to redraw it here and there, but that's all right. We can live with that. So as you can see, it blends a little bit, and it gets darker around the edges where it touches the darker shade. Because there's no such thing as dry paint in digital painting, which has its pros and cons. But if you want to paint over it and not have it blend, you just make a new layer. Basically, I chose to try out the blending option to just make it a little bit more organic. There's that word again. So yeah, just gonna fill in the blanks. I kind of like that music. Let me just put the playlist in my favorites, by the way, while we're at it. Yeah, I should have lit my pipe. I forgot. Save to library. Alright, just right. So, how's everyone's day? I hope you're doing fine on this Friday evening. I'm in a weird spot. I don't know. I'm not particularly happy at my job right now, even though it's not very, it's not hard work or anything. It's just not very well organized. It's a very yeah, I don't want to talk about work. I'm just not happy there right now. I do customer service, but we're working for like the stupidest company on earth, in my opinion. And they make a mess of everything, and we're there just to try and pick up the pieces. And that doesn't really make me happy. So I'm looking for alternatives, and one of those is streaming. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, but my schedule is a mess because I watch way too many streams myself, so I can figure out when is a good moment for me to do something. Hope you're enjoying the tummy here. But yeah. Overdosing. I have no idea what this music is, by the way. Just so you know, it's all new to me. Oh. All right. A little bit over the edge here. So yeah, I wanna do more character art and stuff. At the very least, I've neglected my um, I've neglected art for a long time, and I thought it's time I did something new. Yet something old and familiar. Because I used to be good at this thing. I think I still got it to some degree. Um, Even like stuff like anatomy that, I was never really good at that, but I picked it up pretty quick. Um, I've been doing this for a while. All right, let's see. Good. All right. It's also very handy. I can just with a click of a button here change colors on a whim. Just use using the pen like that. Alright, see how that's going. Not too bad, not too shabby. Gonna do the legs real quick and then we'll do some detailing. Okay, that's kind of annoying though. Come on. Alright. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna try and blend these colors a little bit more. Oh yeah, before we do that, let me light my pipe here. I keep forgetting. Getting so engrossed in my work. Right. So, do want to add a little bit more detail. As you can see here, it's a little bit more sketchy, by lack of a better word. A bit more. Yeah. Actually, I do want to. A little bit more shade here. As you can tell, it's already blending in. I wonder if I can show you the. Well, I can definitely do that. Let me show you the how it looked before, because initially I had messed up the anatomy completely. Let me see if I have the folder open somewhere. Although I could probably open it through. There you go. Yep. So the initial drawing. Let me see if I can find it. It's probably gonna open in the wrong window, but I'll be able to put it over. Because I'm pretty proud of how I actually managed to fix it. Because it was a mess. Like I had completely skewed the anatomy here, as you can see. Like the torso was way too long. Let me see the layers. So I did start out with a nice skeleton here. The skeleton was actually alright, I think. Then I went ahead and drew over it. I started with the red line for some reason. I made a few changes, as you can see. She no longer wears the turtleneck. Then I went ahead and added the line art. But you know, I started looking at it. Usually what I do in these types of cases is I mirror the picture. So if you, let me see. So if you flip it horizontally, you suddenly start seeing the stuff that you didn't see before. Um, you know, like little things. The face is fine. Usually I look at faces when I do this kind of thing because they always tend to end up like, you know, and not every face is symmetrical or anything, so that's not very important. But you know, you can tell if you've made some gross mistakes if you look at it from a different angle. But in this case, I noticed the torso, so I went ahead and shortened it, which took some. You know, I left the head as is. I selected the rest, and I just um, transformed it a little bit. And then I got. Wait, let me just. No. And then I got this one. That is shorty. Well, come on, man. So now it's on the wrong screen again. Just put it over. Yeah, so what I showed you in the beginning, but then I did some other cosmetic changes. I made her boobs a little bit bigger because she was a bit too flat for my taste. I mean, they don't have to be like these big bazongas, but yeah, I do tend to think that this is a little bit more realistic like that. So they poke a little bit out of her jacket, makes her look a little bit more appealing, and the torso is more, it's still a little bit long, but I think it's more. It fits her better this way, and it's more in line with her legs length and her arms. So I think it's all around an improvement. It's got this whole JoJo slash what's the other thing? I don't remember. Somebody compared it with what's that cyberpunk flick that aired on MTV long ago in the 90s. I don't remember what it's called. I've seen it, and I've also seen the live adaptation with what's her face? Was it? Come on. Man, I'm bad in that kind of thing. Eon Flux. Yeah, that's the one. Eon Flux with was it Penelope Cruz? I think. I think so. Man, I might be wrong. All right. So now we're just drawing a few lines here. Might go over it with a little bit of white, just to add more highlights. On her tummy. So yeah, going pretty washing. Get that what? Get the freaky on? No idea what she's singing about. That's alright though. Alright. Actually, we don't really need anything crazy here, other than what I've already put down. Get that freaky on. Okay, I'm not really crazy about this sound check. Actually, I might. I wonder how it would be if I put on like some game soundtracks or something. Maybe some MechWarrior or some BattleTech. Let me see if I can find something better. It'll be kind of a hassle trying to. If you have any suggestions, by the way, let me know. Actually, yeah, I need to put this thing away so I can reach the keyboard. That's one of the problems I have right now. Let's put on some synthwave. See if we can find something good. Eva, royalty-free synthwave, perfect. All right, let's start with one mix here. Okay, let's see what happens. Eva, synthwave, royalty-free planet. All right, see what happens. All right, so that was the skin color. So that was fairly easy. I mean, I had already done half the work, honestly. The face is usually the hardest part. So what I'm thinking is, I can show you a picture of what she normally looks like. Or what she canonically looks like, you could say. Let's see if we can find it. Let's go to Sarna. Oh, I've heard this song before. Oh, that's cool. I like this. Yeah. All right. So the character we're drawing right now is Alice Rousset. Marik. So that's her. I think it's fairly true to the original. As you can see, I paid quite a bit of attention to her barrett. I like barretts, especially on women. I think they look very good. But I took some liberties. I like the jacket too. I did implement that. Oh yeah, I think I need to do the little thingy she's wearing. I think this is on a later age though. She's a bit older here. She looks a bit older. I made her a bit younger and a bit sexier. I mean, she looks. I think she looks rather pretty here. So this is kind of the template I use. This is her around her like 34, age of 34, as Sarna states. um, so that's kind of my template. I think I'm making her a little bit younger even. Um, but in terms of colors, I think I want to take some liberties and have her wear a red jacket because the Crushers they wear red uniform, or not red uniform. Their mechs are painted red with silver highlights. I can show you those as well, by the way. There we go. I have the screen open right away. The tab. So these are the Crushers. That's her Merc unit. So I'm thinking of giving her a sporty jacket, like with these white stripes, or silver as the case may be. Maybe a little bit grayish to denote the silver color. And then I'm gonna have to think about her tank top and her pants and stuff. But I think those will be like more normal colors. And I'm also thinking about her beret, whether I should make it red as well, or whether I should make it purple or something. Although I think I'm gonna go with red on the top and make the belt, or the rim, purple maybe, because purple is the Marik color obviously. So I'm gonna have to implement it somewhere. I'm thinking of making her glove purple too, and maybe her pants. That could be an idea. We'll have to see. So maybe I should make a separate layer for each of these colors. I'm thinking of doing that actually. That might be a good idea, just to make sure that I can swap in between them and stuff. Is that synthwave? It sounds more like lounge or something. Not that I'm complaining or anything by any means. All right. So I'm going to start with red on the jacket. Can go with a nice bright red color. Gonna take a. Actually, I'm gonna start with the shades again, just like last time. Just like with the skin color and stuff. So, and just to make sure, I'm gonna start on the beret. Okay, I guess I get what the music's going for. It's kind of like it feels kind of more like a trip hop kind of deal, which I don't mind either. Um, I just thought I'd put on synthwave. It would like me some trip hop though, some old school Massive Attack or Portishead, or maybe some what have you, some DJ Shadow or something. I'm a big fan of DJ Shadow, man. All right. Might have to reinforce that seam a little bit with. Let me just do that. See how that looks. Make it a little bit thinner here, around 15 maybe. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's the Barrett. I might actually go for a little bit of a more muted shade on the Barrett compared to the jacket, because the Barrett is like made of wool. Usually that's what Barretts are made of. And the jacket is more like leather, so it's more shiny. Or I might make the contrast or the lighting a bit brighter. Also, what should I make the inside of the jacket like? I'm thinking of doing the same dark red, and just as a default, or maybe a bit darker even. Let's see what size we're gonna take here. I guess I can go with that. Ooh, that's a bit. Well, the thing is, you can still paint over it, but I'm just kind of a perfectionist like that. I like to stay within the lines. Come on. Right. I'm gonna add some lighting on the inside as well. Gonna have to think about what well, usually you can do that kind of thing really on the spot. You don't really need to think about colors all that much. I used to do like all kinds of weird shit in my time in the arts academy during my time there. Um, but that's with materials I was familiar with. I'm not very experienced in digital art, honestly. So basically going with my gut and with what I know from actual painting or drawing mostly, because my forte is actually just pencil drawing and charcoal and pastels and stuff like that, and color pencils and stuff. Um, but you can do really cool stuff with charcoal and pastels. That I'm not sure you can. Actually, I think you can. Let me try this one out. You have a netted eraser here, so you can do this kind of thing. But that's not really okay. Okay. Well, you can get some nice lighting that way. But I mean, so an added eraser is what you would be using. Laser. It's what you would be using for charcoal and stuff. And I used to use that for effect, but what I especially used were just my fingers and just wiping charcoal and chalk and stuff and smudging it basically. So what I used to do, especially with pastels and with like these chalky pastels, not the fatty ones, but the chalky ones, was use all manner of inappropriate colors or like colors that I was drawing like a skull, for example, like a goat skull that we had as a model at the Arts Academy, which is basically like a simple off-white color, and then you want to add some shading and stuff. But basically, in order to get the off-white effect, I just mixed any kind of color you could think of, like greens and purples and reds and yellows, anything. And I just smudged it all over each other and got just the right effect for some reason. You can do that kind of thing, um, and that's one of the few things that I don't think digital art can really imitate. Um, Not that it has to, you know what I mean. I can still draw straightforwardly. But, you know, if you want to be a little bit weird and do some artsy fartsy shit, you know, like traditional art is probably still the way to go. I miss those times, and especially, you know, I never went through with the Arts Academy, unfortunately. So I'm still pretty much an amateur artist because I went ahead and studied philosophy instead. But yeah, that's a different story. All right. I'd even go for. I wonder if I should go for a brighter shade for the jacket. I think I should though. I think I should. I think there should be a seam here, should there? Oh yeah, there should. All right, let me just make that real quick. Da, da, da. Oil paints. Nah. Let's go with the India ink. That's not synthwave. It's good though. It's okay. It's nice music actually, but it's really more like trip hoppy, loungy stuff like that. Okay. Oh, oops, forgot to change layers. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I did some painting today, miniatures, I mean. And once I finish with the ones I'm doing now, the regular Hussars, I'm gonna start. Oh, okay, a little. Well, fuck it. I can still paint over it. So once I finish with those, I'm gonna start painting up the crushers. I have another company set up for those. Um, I would like to do miniature painting streams as well, but I don't really have the equipment for that to actually show you in detail what I'm doing. Even though I don't know if it's necessary. I mean I can show you like this too. So here's my Jaegermech for example. I don't know if it's visible on the camera. The lighting is a bit shoddy. Let me turn off an extra light here. Turn on. So it's the Jaegermech. It's got a bunch of show. Thank you. A bunch of guns and a bunch of missile launchers. Can't really see the details. I usually post some pics on Facebook and stuff once I'm done. I've got the Black Knight here with the sword and shield. Yeah. So these guys are brown. And basically what I'm thinking, just to get the juices flowing and stuff, because all these mechs, I've made army lists for these units. and they each have a Mech Warrior assigned with a particular name and um, and portrait. So I've been able to visualize them quite vividly in my mind. So I'm thinking of doing all these characters, or maybe some of them, or maybe my favorites, or whatever. And obviously, that's also great material for RPGs and stuff. Speaking of which, I also recently got the Cyberpunk Red book, so I'm also reading that now. I don't know when I'll be able to actually run a session or a campaign or whatever, but I would definitely like to do that someday. Maybe even stream it if possible. That would that would be the shit. So that's another source of inspiration. I might be able to draw some cyberpunk characters or something that I make up on the fly. Or that I've actually generated and I'm planning on playing. Okay, so now I need to decide where because this is gonna be like a tracksuit jacket with these silver lines on the arms. So I need to decide where it's gonna start and end. So one easy trick I could do is just put it behind the seam and just call it a day. But that's a bit lazy. I could also draw another parallel line, make it a little bit easier, or maybe behind it, just a little bit. I think that's probably the best idea. And I need to decide that before I put down the shading. I should have thought of that earlier, but that's alright. I'm not very structured in my. Oh, excuse me. Let's change the color again. Put back on India ink. Draw a little line here. That's not going to work that way. Alright, so this one isn't visible, but then we have that one. No. Nah, come on. No. No. Come on, dude. Okay, I think that's... I'm not happy with it. Okay. Because it's gotta match the folds in the clothes as well, in the sleeve. Okay, I'm actually not feeling this music at all. I don't like it. So let's try the next playlist. We've got another one here. Neon Metropolis. We got... Let's see, no copyright synthwave. Okay. Oh. Let me know if anything's too loud. Either the music or the mic or whatever. Because usually my mic is way too loud. I've lowered it significantly now. It shouldn't be going in the red. But yeah, I guess that should be fine. I'm gonna have to draw an extra fold here just to make sure that it... something like that. Yeah, no, not really. Or like this. Why did they have to add vocals to the track? Anyway, it's gonna have to do for the time being. I don't mind actually. It's not bad. Alright. Alright, that's actually pretty alright. Oh, oops. Come on. Alright. Ah. No, dude. Okay, sometimes I keep pressing the... What? Why did it suddenly fade? What? Dude, just pick up the color. Just pick... Alright. So sometimes I accidentally press the... what's it called, that tool? This one. The eyedropper tool. So it has its own little button on the pen. I keep pressing it by accident and it keeps switching colors on me for no reason. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so here we can just fit it in. Nice. Alright, that starts sounding pretty good. Sci-fi cyberpunk VCR. The Neon World. Alright, let me subscribe to this guy here. The video is also pretty dope. So this Sci-Fi Cyberpunk VCR by Neon World. Check it out on YouTube. The video is pretty cool. I would like to share it with you, but yeah, I only have so much space on my drawing tablet, which I'm recording right now. Well, there's an interesting proposition. I think I've heard of this artist before too. Oh wait, that's a video guy. William Zenner. This reminds me of something. It sounds familiar. Should reduce the brush size a little bit. love the glitzy solo. It's usually not something I associate with synthwave. It actually sounds really good. Come on. Come on. I wonder if I should make the what do you call that part? Um, anyway, the edges of the sleeves. If I should make them red or silver. Let's see how it looks. I think it needs more shading, but the thing is that I will do separate shading for this stripe here. But I might have to add a little bit more like that just to give it a bit more depth. It's actually not bad. How am I gonna do this? Just like this. Oh. I guess I think I could add a little bit more depth to it. Yeah. Makes you a little bit more integrated. Maybe even here. It's actually pretty good. Might even add some ultra stark black shadows. But it might get a little bit too dark that way. It's already fairly dark as it is. What I'm definitely gonna do though on the jacket is add some stark white highlights. That's gonna work. Like aside from the stripe, obviously. Alright. I gotta pee. I think I should take a leak real quick. A second. But this, okay, this playlist I like. So I'm gonna definitely add this to my collection. Take the Synthwave by Marik. I like it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a leak real quick before I light my pipe again. So I'll be right back. 1 second. Let me change the screen as well while I'm at it. There you go. Edge of Tomorrow. Right. Maybe I should lower the music a little bit. Let me see if it's not too loud or anything. I think it's about the same volume as I am. Maybe that's a little bit on the loud side. Yeah, okay, that's a lot better. I should do her lips too while I'm doing the reds. Oh. Okay, I don't expect to finish it today. And I'm not working on any crazy on a crazy pace or anything. But and I don't know if I'll keep streaming this specifically. I might do some other drawings or just keep hopping back and forth and stuff. But yeah, I do enjoy this kind of chill stream, you know. I do want to stream more games, but as I said, I'm kind of tough on scheduling right now. So, wait, I have a comment to write, because this guy just did a boo-boo. So I'm having a philosophical discussion about whether math is quantitative or qualitative, and whether it has anything to do with science, which it does. And it is qualitative, because it talks about values. So yeah, geometry is basically qualitative in my opinion, because it's based on ideas, abstract ideas, that do not exist in nature, yet are empirical, and allow us to form objective values, basically, that are useful, because we use geometry to build houses and stuff, objective, improve our lives, basically, in a lot of ways. So geometry is not quantitative, but qualitative. Unless I misunderstand what they mean by those terms, in which case, well, anything can mean anything. Jesus Christ, okay. Alright, creating room for my tablet is a pain. that is one of the issues I really need to solve if I want to do this on a regular basis. Well, we'll think of something. Home, head first, synthwave, vaporwave. How about that? I need more playlists like these. It's funny because I now keep subscribing to all these artists, even though I have the playlist in my library now. That's just kind of my way of paying respect, if you will. Alright. Next up, we have the jacket itself. Should I bother? Nah, maybe a little man here. I guess. So probably for the, at least for the jacket, I might make a separate layer for the red highlight to make the contrast a bit more visible. It's probably a good idea, honestly. Oh, come on, dude. Get that shit out. I really have to be careful with those buttons. Come on, dude. I've got another one of these weird edges. Must have missed it. See, that's a very clean removal here. A very handy tool. What? Oh, it's a Mario remix. Let's see what else is going on. Nothing much. All right. Oh, oops. That's the wrong screen, dude. Hmm. This is so random. Round 2 fight, and then you hear all these Mario sounds. Weird combination. I wonder if I should do the stripe on the left arm as well. I probably should. Okay, it's probably not very good. Night Raptor Revelation feeds Star Force. Interesting. Alright, so that's that for the jacket. Although, yeah, should I do the... what are they called? Let me check for a translation. Because I hate not knowing words. I always have Google Translate open. Even at work. You can imagine. Let's see. In Dutch we call it machete. But not, yeah, not machete. Wait a second. Oh, manchette. Okay, 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 okay. The cuffs. Okay. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that word. Cuffs. So what should I do to make the cuffs? Should I make them red or white? I think I'll make them red. I mean, it's a leather jacket. It's usually just one color. The cuffs are usually just in the same. Make them red. So let's add those little details as well. We can fill up the inside of the sleeve here a little bit. There. Da, da, da. Musex. Okay. Might be a little bit closer to the rim. Yeah, something like that. Alright. It's actually not half bad. Oh, excuse me. Alright, next we have a few more colors to consider. I think the pants. I think I could do the pants white even. Make the belt black or maybe purple. I think the belt could be purple, could be nice. Or maybe like off-white and make the tank top white. That might actually be the best idea. So make the pants off-white, make the belt maybe just normal brown. And basically, what I think I'll do is I'll add a purple trim to the beret and leave it at that. Not add too much purple to her. I should actually find just a couple lines. Alright, okay. That's going pretty well. Alright, let me just do the purple then. Actually, yeah. So the little bird on her emblem on the Barrett. It's also going to be purple, so let's just get those out of the way. Maybe a little bit darker. Simple enough, I'm not going to go into too much detail here. Actually, there's not even a reason why I should be doing this right now, but anyway, whatever. Might actually be a stupid idea because, yeah, I might do the red underneath rather than on top of the shadows. Yeah, we'll see. Or I should do this on a separate layer entirely. Should I? It doesn't really make a difference. We'll figure that out. I can always copy. I can always cut and paste on a new layer and stuff. It's not a big deal. In fact, I can go ahead and add like a darker shade on the back. In fact, I could add a darker shade on the whole thing. Compared to the eagle, at least. Alright, that's not bad actually. Kinda like it. Use a little bit more of a gradient here. There you go. Alright. It's actually rather snazzy. I might use the same I might use the same shade on the belt. Although I don't think the belt should be purple, it's a little bit much. No, I think it's fine. I think I'll keep it like that. In fact, I might add a little bit of a shade on the bird as well. I might even reduce the size to like maybe a 10er. Does it even show up? Not really. I could darken it a little bit. It's a little bit on the thicker side. Should reduce the shadow a little bit more. Okay. It does need a little bit more. Should I really bother? I don't know, it seems a little bit much. A little bit unnecessary. Wait. Because it's very small. I don't think it will show, so let's not bother with that. We'll see maybe at a later stage. This one it's the belt bucket, so that's just gonna get the same color as the buckle itself. Belt bucket, that's a good one. Let's see, what else do we have? Actually, I don't think I need any more purples. Oops. I done made a mess. Fuck. I dropped my pen holder on my pipe. Let me just clean up a little bit here. It's not too bad, it's happened before and could have been worse. Need something to just something small. See if we got any response on that philosophical diatribe. Nope. I wonder if they're even gonna bother, honestly. Alright. Oh yeah! Huh. Should I do the... I could do the glove purple. I don't know if that's a good idea though. Maybe on a separate... yeah, maybe on a separate layer. Because it could be interesting, but I don't know. The other idea would be to make it white or just black. I'm just gonna try it. See how it looks like. Okay. It's still a leather glove, so I might have to make some sharper contrasts, some sharper highlights. It's also a good experiment to check out what the best way is to do leather. Kind of like a leather-like effect. Getting in between those seams is kind of a challenge. I think it's going pretty well, all things considered. Yeah. Okay, some kind of Soviet synthwave, I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know how to read Cyrillic. Well, you know what? Did I say so? Oh yeah, I did say Soviet. The video says it itself, so I didn't make it up. I was gonna say, what the fuck, isn't it just Russian, so synthwave? Okay, now it's going a little bit too far. Just this corner here a little bit. Okay. Actually, I don't see what's so Soviet about this other than the video, which has a bunch of Soviet imagery. That I don't fit. I mean, I get, you know, it's a bunch of space travel and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. Just wonder what the why it's specifically Soviet, because I don't hear it. Might be just me, but probably use a smaller brush. Probably should. Whatever. Whatever. So now we're getting all these weird effects that are kind of hard to see. The colors are blending and just kind of doing their thing. And creating shadows where I don't want them. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the later stage, or maybe in a second. Because as we did with the skin, it's not very hard to compensate for those effects and create a little bit more of a nuanced. So you especially need a little bit of brightness on the surface area of the fingers. But we can still add a lighter color later on. And it's alright if it gets a little bit darker in between the fingers, obviously. I went a little bit too far, I think. Alright. Okay, that contrast is a little bit too much. Maybe I should add a little bit to the rest of the glove as well to add more of a gradient. I think that's not a bad idea. I think that's gonna look rather pretty. Something like that, maybe. That's alright. And let's add some brighter purple here, just to all the joints a little bit. I'm only now realizing those fingers look a little bit on the fat side. You know what? It's not a bad idea, although I think I could just get away with straight up white. But what I actually need is to make the brush a little bit smaller. Maybe not that small. Maybe around 15, around half. Create more of a nuanced brush like that. These kinds of things, so as you can tell, you know, I can see that it's better this way. It looks a lot better. But I should have just gone to it automatically. Which is funny, it's just because I'm not used to this kind of work. So you can just play around with it a little bit, doesn't need to be too precise. And looks super smooth. Because that's the nice thing about drawing, you know, the more precise you try to be, the more mistakes you're actually making. Well, if you just kind of, because the whole trick more is just suggesting accuracy. And so, for example, one of the things that I, you know, when I was drawing in school and stuff, you know, I obviously had some aptitude for it, and people used to tell me like I can't even draw a straight line. And it was like, it's funny because I realized that even back then that I don't actually draw a single straight line when I'm drawing. You don't have to draw straight lines. That's not the point. Um, and it's also not how it works, you know. So basically, all you need to do is, well, I wouldn't say fake it, um, but in a way, it is a kind of faking it. It's just making a web of um, lines and colors and stuff that just ends up looking right. Just creating an impression, basically, rather than an accurate depiction per se. There was this one line that I wanted to remove. Was it this one? Oh, here it is. I've located it. Oh, wait. Let's go back to the vector layer. Got another one here. Not quite as pronounced. Can remove you too. Oh yeah, I think I couldn't remove that one any further. How about this one? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I really like how the hand came out, man. I'm really happy with it. Hands are difficult. At least people say they are. I usually don't have that much trouble with them. But I really practiced drawing hands a lot as a kid. Basically, what I did initially is I started drawing, because you know I was drawing superheroes, so I started with fists, and the basic idea when I started out was I just drew a cube, and then started to draw the fingers in like that. And then you have 1, 2, 3, and then I made the thumb. And then I drew like the way the fingers fold. And then slowly but surely I kind of expanded based on that. And then drawing hands became kind of a second nature thing to me. I don't even really need to draw the skeleton per se for the hand. Because basically all you need is like you have the base like this, and then you have the thumb reaches out about there. Well, okay, now it's coming out a bit thick because I'm showing it on the spot, but and then you got, I made it a bit long, so like maybe here, whatever. And then you got, and it kind of depends on whether you're drawing men or women on how long the fingers actually are. But you got 1, 2, usually the middle finger is the longest, regardless of gender. And then you have, with men, the ring finger. Is that how you call it in English? That's how you call it in Dutch. The ring finger is usually a little bit longer than the index finger. There, and then the pinky is very small. And then with women, it's basically kind of the same idea. The middle finger is a little bit shorter, and the index finger and the ring finger are the same exact, well, more or less the same length. But it's fairly simple, actually. This one's not particularly good because usually it works better for me when I'm doing them in poses and stuff. But even this is not even, it's not even that bad. Okay, let me just remove those because I don't need them. Alright, where were we? So I did the glove. I'm actually happy with the purple glove. It's kind of a nice touch. Maybe I should do the shoes too, now that I think of it. But then if I do the shoes, I should probably do the belt as well. Should I do the belts in purple? But then I don't know if the off-white makes sense. White could also work for the pants, but then I wouldn't know what to do with the tank top. Tough choices. I might have to think about this one a little bit longer. How long have I been going anyway? Can I check that again? Well, I can't tell anyway. Oh yeah, there we go. Almost 2 hours. Alright. I hope I'm not, hope I'm not boring anyone. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough decision. Alright, well, I've got this separate layer anyway, so let's just... Oh. Let's just do the belt in purple and see how it looks. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. That's not a big deal. I do like the gloves though, they came out. Or well, the glove. Just the one. Oops. Oops. You know what? There's no reason why I should have a highlight here. Just make it a little dark. Right. And a little line here. Oops. Alright. Add a little one here. Also, ooh. Free dark synthwave music, no copyright, Rise of the Machines. Sounds pretty good, honestly. Alright. Oop. Nope. That's done. That's actually quite alright. Let's go a little brighter. Start adding those highlights. Or more like the base color. I could, well, whatever. Could probably go for something of a pattern in the belt. Could be one of those army belts, you know. They're not leather, it's more like a canvas or something. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's canvas, but they're definitely. I think they're cotton or something, but they're pretty tough. Those were the standard issue belts that we got in the army here in Greece. Voodoo. Something like that. Yeah. Maybe a bit much in terms of gradients, although if I'm going for a pattern, that might actually work out. Actually. Three chain links. Dihistoric. I don't know what that means. Unless it's not English. Check it out. Why would you pause the video? What the fuck? Fucking YouTube, man. What is this, Netflix? Right. Alright. Honestly, it's not bad. I think I might as well do the boots as well, and maybe pick a different color for the pants. Maybe go more like gray rather than off-white, or more like black. Well, nah, not black. Well, actually, black might also work. It's kind of a weird choice in this regard, but or just stark white. Just go all out. But and maybe do the tank top a bit more grayish, kind of a. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do the shoes in purple as well. It's definitely gonna be an interesting color scheme here. But yeah, well, let's just admire. We've been going for almost 2 hours now, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's let's see, what time is it now? 2:04. Yeah, it's 2:15, so it's pretty late. So I think I'm gonna call it a night in a second. But I'm pretty happy with the results. I was wondering how it was gonna go, me drawing on stream, if I'm gonna feel insecure about it or whatever, because usually I'm not very good when people are looking at me and stuff. But obviously, doing a bit of coloring isn't that hard anyway, so it wasn't that bad. I hope I wasn't too boring. I hope the music was good. Personally, I liked it, so I'm gonna keep it in my library. So unless anyone has any objections, I think that will be my go-to playlist. I might look for more playlists in the meantime, obviously. But yeah, um, yeah. Personally, I had a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm gonna do this again tomorrow or some other day. Again, I'm not sure about my schedule yet, how that's gonna work out. But we'll see how it goes. It might be like a thing that I do like once in a while rather than on a regular basis. I do want to stream more games and stuff, but yeah, I'm just way too busy. I'm also painting miniatures and stuff, and also have a sleep schedule to keep up. If I'm not gonna get fired back from my job, so there's that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will definitely, I'll continue doing painting this picture on stream, and I'll do other pictures as well. I like streaming drawing, doing these drawing streams. I might do those more often, because playing games is fun and stuff, and I might do that in between from time to time if I need a breather or something. But I don't like the pressure it puts me under. While just doing this is way more relaxed, and I don't have to perform as much as with playing games and stuff. So I think I might prefer this. And I do want to draw more anyway, so this might be a good way to keep myself on schedule or anything. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, hope I didn't bore you too much. Hope you'll have a great weekend, and wish you all a great night. Sweet dreams. Bye bye.